Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So the Texas Longhorns kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Now here's Russell. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Russell from the gun on third down. Punts it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Keelan Russell buys a little extra time. Going to try to get it himself. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Caught. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Throwing Russell. Oh, they're after him. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited.
Makes a great... Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just...
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David, a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Third down from the gun, Manning. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Going over the top. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Manning from the gun on third down. Rolling right and going deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not only did he nail it, the direction is perfect as it heads to the sideline. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Running inside, it's Hill. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. play of the quarter coming. Russell. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Russell. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. So now it's second and long. Again, it's Russell. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, and they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Fires left. Complete downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Gives it on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Keelan Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Tight end finds a soft spot. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
To throw, Manning. He's going to run it. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fourth down, Manning. Quarterback extends the play. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Russell. He's got him. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quickly complete. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Arts to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Quick completion to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Hunt is on its way. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Arch is going to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He wants to change this route. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It's Hill. Makes it past the marker. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 22 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Demon Deacons coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Working that left side now. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on third down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a timing as I think we've seen from the quarterback and his intended target so far in the passing game. And it came at a point where they needed it the most.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Manning on play action. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks for...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. Russell. Looking left. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got some room to run. The 40.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the play.
Finds a crease at the 20. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There's nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more.
Here's a little room there. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Keelan Russell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Russell will throw for it on 4. Pressure coming. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing Russell. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's got it on the run. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! They take in the second half. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Caught, and he's got room. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown tie.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see them not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the move, it's Smothers. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Arch Madness. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It'll be third and long. Quarterback may change this route. Third down from the gun, Manning. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Manning to throw for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Manning moves around to clear up the vision. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof of this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Dances away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete in the middle. Gets away from one, he's got space. Oh, a lot of space. The 20. He's at the... And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field, uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab in their space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Russell on play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Quick release on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force the negative play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throwing Manning. Moving away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And the fan bases in the South, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty psychotic. They follow recruiting. They follow the transfer portal. And they've been following this cat right here. Like, big-time receiver, joining this league, joining your team. Expectations, Palmer, they're high. And you see why on that play. Dude's got some skill.
Yeah, he's big time, man. Listen, I'm not going to say this guy was flying under the radar before, but now he's going to become a household name playing wide receiver in the SEC. This is a conference that not only pumps guys into the NFL, people win Heisman trophies playing wide receiver in this conference, and this team thinks this guy's got an opportunity to be there in New York at the end of the year.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Russell. It's complete on the right side. Made a defender miss. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snags it and he's open. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To throw, Manning. Here's a heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Keelan Russell. Dumps it to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. That's not the way they drew it up. They get the clock stopped, but a loss of yardage does not help in the waning moments. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Russell. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, at this point of the game, with this field position with only a few ticks left on the clock, I think the safe move, obviously, punt the ball away, trust your defense, get it to OT, and go try to win it there.
He'll field the punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for room. It's Smothers. Picks up the 1st down. All the way to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Here's Arch to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Got room on the return. And a great effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got more football ahead. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT? Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the lead here in overtime. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Russell throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
And this crowd was already going nuts, and now they're really going nuts. I mean, you could hear them causing the confusion with the offense, being so loud, the snap count's hard to determine. And then they make the big play and get the interception, and now they're going more nuts. This crowd is having an impact on this football game.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to